Hi, welcome to number 11 in this series of Cheltenham 2022 anti-post chats with the Bookies foe. So this week it's the Ballymore Novices Hurdle. So how have you found making the selections this week then?
Penn, it's a market that is very, very open right now. It's a bit of a minefield. I don't particularly like the principles in the market for one reason or another. Obviously based on the prices that we're looking for. We're looking for each way value, and it's been very, very difficult, to be honest. So but I've found two at reasonable prices that we can go for.
So we've got last year's winner there, obviously, and it's it can be difficult, and we are trying something new with this and looking for value where we can. So we can only try. So what's the market like then in this race? What have you been looking at?
Well, stats wise, in the last 20 years, it's either been won by a 5 or a 6-year-old.
Okay.
In the last 20 years, there's been no 4-year-old winners. There's been no 7-year-old winners, 5 or 6. So that can narrow it down. And look, when you have a consistent stat like that over 20 years, it means something, so you can really narrow it down. But just getting back to the market, Sir Gerhard has a chance, I suppose. Yeah, you can't really grab him. Do you want to back him a 4-1? Absolutely not. Dysart Dynamo 5-1. He won today. He won the Moscow Flyer today. But my God, like the overreaction from people. He's 7-2 with Betway for the Ballymore after today's performance. And you're looking at a horse that has never had to battle. He's never come off the bridle. He's never gone left-handed. And he's 7-2 for a Ballymore Novices Hurdle. He's never run on good ground. The question marks about him go on and on. Very impressive, don't get me wrong. Very, very impressive. But he's beaten handicappers. He has beaten handicappers on the bridle. So it's like Envoy Allen last year. He went to the marsh after not having to battle. And when he went to the marsh and was in a battle, he fell. He was under so much pressure. His jumping went to pot and he fell. So I don't like these novices that turn up and they've had such an easy time of it, and they're just waltzing around in the winter time through the mud on the bridle, and then they turn up for a championship novice race at 7-2. So no, and I'm probably going to get slated for that. But I'm not going to have that. I'm not going to back a horse. 5-1 is the best price you'll get about him. No, not for me. Stage Star, again, another novice. He's running flat tracks, and do you want to be backing him at 7-8-1 against some of these novices? No, you don't. Constitution Hill will run in the Supreme. Journey with Me, again, been very good. Not a lot to crab about him, but is he 6-1 for a Ballymore? No, he's not. And then you go on, Mighty Potter will run in the Supreme, Statuaire will run in the Mayor's Novice. And then, like we've said so many times, you go down through the field and you're coming across handicappers. So it's a market that's wide open. I'm happy with the two selections with the prices we got, but they may not turn up in the race. I hope they do, and I think they should. But sure, we'll see. We'll see where we go with it.
Okay. Do you want to have a little look at them?
Yeah. So the first one is a horse that, in fairness, I think he will come here, but he's a shorter price than what we normally take. And I think he's just very solid for his price, and I think he does represent value. He's 10-1 with Sky Bet. It's Ginto. Gordon Elliott.
Yeah, I like this horse. I do like this horse. Yeah.
Yeah, if you've looked at the stats, you'll see he ticks ticks nearly every box, really. 10-1 each way is really good. We're confident he's going to turn up here. He's only been beaten once in his life. He's won around Naas and Navan, which would be very similar to Cheltenham. He's won on yielding to good ground. He's won on very soft ground. He's won on heavy ground. So he's very ground versatile. He's won 5 out of 6. He's won his grade 1 on the 2nd of January in the Lawlers of Naas. And really and truly, what more can you say? He's with the right trainer.
Yeah.
He's won the right races. He's had plenty of experience for the race. And he's a double figure price. So Ginto, 10-1, very happy with that.
Lovely. And your second choice, another one of Gordon's horses as well?
So this is where we've gone, and I've really been struggling for a second choice, really. And as happy as we are with Ginto, I don't want to be putting anti-post horses up at 10-1, but anyway, he is what he is. So the second horse is also with Gordon Elliott, and I hope he comes here. He's certainly not quick enough for the Supreme. I think he's too much speed for the Albert Bartlett. Jerry Kalam, the same owners as Bob Ollinger, who won it last year. And Jerry is unbeaten, I think. Yeah, he's unbeaten.
Yeah.
He's won at Naas, which would be similar to Cheltenham slightly. He's won his point-to-point over 3 miles. And again, he's not beaten anything, but he's a big price for this race. Like, he's 25-1 with Sky Bet. And I just think he's shown a lot more speed than people realise. And I just think there's an outside chance he'll come here.
Yeah.
And again, we're at a point now. If we lose any selections from here on in, we're not going to take the £10 hit.
No.
Because from now on in, it's non-runner, no bet.
Yeah.
So we've obviously the chart is healthy in places, but it's also taken big hits in places. But I think at the price he's worth risking, and we won't have to take the hit if he is pulled out when we do the reselection video.
Yeah.
Like at Down Royal the last day, he was just as impressive as Dysart Dynamo was today, and he's 5 times the price. So I'm more than happy with that.
Good. So there's the chart for you.
Yeah. So we've only five more weeks of selections to make, and then we've the reselection video, which will be a long one.
We'll have to do that in 2 installments.
Yeah, indeed. But I think it's healthy enough. To some, like Burning Victory. Wow, that was a massive price we got there. I'm happy with Capodanno as well. He ran a blinder behind Bob Ollinger today. I think he'll run on the Brown Advisory. There's a few there. Captain Guinness is healthy at 25s. Blue Lord 20s. That's a blind and bet. And we won't talk about the negatives just yet. We've a whole video to do on that one. But yeah.
Great. So what race are we going to cover next week?
Next week we're going to go for the Marsh, which is now called the Turners, by the way.
All right.
Yeah, the Marsh is now called the Turners, and Novices Chase.
I'll make amendments to that then for next week.
Yeah, I think we already know the winner of it, but we'll try and find some each way value for punters out there. I think Bob Ollinger is going to win that as easy as he likes, because his jumping was sorted out today. So, we'll have a stab at that next week, and yeah, very good.
Lovely. Well, I will look forward to that. All right. Talk to you soon.
Cheers, Pen.